Hello, everybody. It's July the 15th, 2020. It's time for another episode of AMA Air. Coming up today, we're going to give you the latest on the Weak Signals Toledo RC show.
And we're going to give you a recap of AMA Junior Camp that happened last week.
And Model Aviation Executive Editor Jay Smith is going to join us here on the show to talk about something new coming up later this week. All that and more today on AMA Air. We are live, coming to you from the internet.
Hi, everybody.
It's time for AMA Air. Claire, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Matt. You know, I just want to give a shout out to Ashley, who subbed in for me on the last episode of AMA Air. She did such a great job. Ashley, if you're watching right now, let's have our own show. I'd be okay with that.
Hey, now we're talking
right?
Some stuff. Yeah, all right.
I think we can pull it off. So thank you so much, Ashley. I really appreciate you filling in for me last week.
Well, we're glad you're back. I hope you had a good 4th of July, a safe 4th of July, and hope everything's going okay with you. Now, you had a really busy week last week. We're going to talk a little bit about that here in just a little bit. So everybody stay tuned for the our little recap on AMA Junior Camp. It was a busy week, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to talk about that. But first, we've got a couple of things we wanted to get in front of everybody's eyes first. So yesterday was a big day for a few of us here at the AMA. We want to let you guys know that there were some awards that were given out, and want to tell you about them. So the Association Media and Publishing Excel Awards happened yesterday, and there were two, not just one, but two nominations from the Academy of Model Aeronautics that were involved in those awards, and both of them won different prizes for that. I want to tell you guys about them. So first, Model Aviation just went through a redesign last year. They were nominated for Best Redesign and ended up getting the silver prize. I'm just checking my notes here. They won the silver prize for Best Redesign in association with Beyond Definition. It was our consulting company that helped us kind of go through that redesign process. So big congratulations to the folks in Model Aviation.
So awesome.
Yeah, they did such a great job, and that magazine looks amazing. I'm sure you guys have seen it. You noticed the difference when that came out last year. So congratulations to them. There was one other award, and this one I've got to look at my notes again because it was the AMA podcast.
That thing.
So the AMA podcast, which I host every week, new episodes every single Monday. So go check that out. Won the Bronze Award for Best Podcast in the membership category. So I want to thank the folks over at Association Media Publishing for recognizing those two pieces of content that we put out here at the AMA. It was an awesome to be recognized for those efforts. So thank you to those guys, and thank you to all of you out there for enjoying that content that we put out, and allows us to get nominated for cool stuff like this.
Absolutely. Well, we wanted to start the show on a high note because we have some kind of bad news for you guys. Unfortunately, after 65 wonderful years, the Toledo Weak Signals show has come to an end. The Toledo Weak Signals came out with a press release for us. It is no secret that RC modeler demographics, shopping methods, and the way we gather information have changed forever. With these forces acting against the show, the Toledo Weak Signals no longer feel we can produce a quality show, and therefore the show has come to an end. Of course, we want to express a heartfelt thank you to those who made our show amazing, to our ever loyal guests, our exhibitors, the AMA, and of course the membership of the Toledo Weak Signals. This really makes me sad because I never got to go to the Toledo show. We're right here, and I never got to go. I'm so sad.
I'm bummed you didn't get to go too, because I've had a lot of great experiences at the Toledo RC show. It was the first event that I got to go to when I became an employee here at the AMA. It was my first real exposure into the hobby at large outside of headquarters, and it's just such a cool event and get, all the memories that I have from that show, very few of them actually took place on the show floor. It was the after hours events, going to dinner with people that, you only see once or twice a year at these events, and, just hanging out and shooting the breeze a little bit and talking all things RC. It's something I'm going to miss greatly. I'm super sad to see that show go. I understand why they're doing it. I think, it makes sense, but there's a little piece of my heart that's going to be gone for a while. And it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, in addition to that, there's another event that has officially gotten postponed. It's not gone forever, but it's postponed for 2020, unfortunately, and that's the MultiGP International Open. We do have a statement that we got back from MultiGP regarding the International Open, and it reads, in part, due to the recent spike in positive COVID-19 cases around the country, we regretfully must announce the postponement of the MultiGP International Open until 2021. Our number one concern is the safety of our participants and volunteers, and at this time we cannot in good conscience allow the event to proceed as scheduled. We will provide more info on a new date for the event as soon as possible. MultiGP Mayhem and the MultiGP Championship are still on schedule for October and November of this year, and we are very hopeful that those events will be able to occur as planned. Another event that's just really
so
bums me
much
out.
Fun.
Yeah,
and,
there's just so many great people that come to that event, like Toledo. The interactions and the camaraderie you have at these events, you just can't match that anywhere else. So it's gonna be a bummer to have to wait, and some more time before we get to, for our drone pilot friends to get together and have that kind of event. But be sure to check out multigp.io for further updates. They are going to be honoring tickets that were sold for this event for when they do reschedule. So be sure to hang on to those tickets. If you want to refund, the details about that are on their website as well. Again, that's multigp.io. It's unfortunate, but with everything going on, it's probably the right decision to make.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd
rather everyone stayed safe.
Absolutely. That, as they said, that is and should be the number one concern for everybody. So, yeah.
We'll see you guys next year.
Absolutely. Let's see everybody next year when it's safe.
Oh my gosh, Joe.
The fall. I forgot about the fall flying.
Yeah, I forgot about the fall flying too. Oh my gosh, Joe.
A little bit of an inside joke there. Nicely done, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for that reminder. Oh my goodness.
Well, something else that you had a pretty heavy hand in creating, much like the fall fly-in, was last week's AMA Junior Camp, and man, it was a wild success. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Oh my gosh. So AMA Junior Camp happened last week, and if you weren't a part of it, I'm sorry that you missed out, because it was the AMA's very first virtual camp experiences for kids 5 to 12, and over 600 kids signed up, which is incredible for the first time we've ever done this. I'm amazed. Yeah. So we had a week of really awesome aviation activities for the youngsters, the kids who are a little bit too young to come to our in-person camp, which unfortunately was postponed this year because of COVID-19. So we created a virtual experience for everybody, and I had such a good time interacting with the parents and the kids. I had a flood of emails every morning of photos and videos, and seeing the kids actually have such a good time really made it worth it. And I got permission to share some of those. So check this out.
Yes.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
Oh, look at that great comment. Thank you, Lauren. Yeah, kids really, really had a great time. Their parents, they were above and beyond complimentary about this program. And so in the mornings we had these awesome projects, including Rocket Mouse, my favorite project.
I love Rocket Mouse. I feel like Rocket Mouse deserves a theme song.
I agree. I definitely think that Rocket Mouse should have a theme song.
We'll get to work on that.
I like it. I like that idea. So in the mornings the kids got to do these great activities, and In the afternoons, we had guest speakers from places like NASA, and it really exposed the kids to the world of model aviation in an accessible, easy way. And so, as far as I know, we're going to do it again next year, even though I have parents asking me to do it next month.
Next month
I don't have enough time for that.
Might be a little soon. Here's the good news. Here's the good news for folks that if they did miss out, they're not totally, at a complete loss on this, because all of these projects that you guys did are now available at amaflightschool.org/campama. The link right there on your screen. You can download all this stuff. It's in PDF form. Everything, correct me if I'm wrong, Claire, is kind of household items types of things to do all these projects.
So a limited number of people were able to order flight packs that had all the materials, but almost everything you have that is in these projects is in your house already. It's plates, it's paper, it's pencils, it's a water bottle, all kinds of stuff that if you just rummage around for a little bit, you will have everything on hand. I'm almost completely guarantee it.
Yeah, it's such a great time. So you can still get that stuff. Again, it's amaflightschool.org/campama. And then the interviews that you guys conducted with, guys like Mason Hutchison and Red Jensen from NASA, all of those are available on our YouTube channel to watch right now. If you're kind of like to download stuff in audio form and listen to them on your commute to work or when you're outside mowing the grass or something, that's when I like to listen to audio podcasts. We're going to be releasing those interviews on the AMA podcast over the next few weeks.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
how exciting!
This week, Mason Hutchison's interview is already there, available for download. Again, modelaircraft.org/podcast. I'm going to plug that podcast as much as I can.
Well, it did win a bronze award.
That's right. Sometimes I feel bad about my self-promotion. But anyway, so yeah, folks, go check that stuff out. It's available to you for free. Go check it out right now. Don't delay.
Don't delay.
And while you're at it, iFlyAMA. Have you joined that Facebook group yet? Just saying.
If
we
not,
ask you every week. Have you done it yet?
Why not?
Where do we go? We go to facebook.com/groups/iflyama to do so. And all that's to say it's time for our favorite part of the show, where we get to share our favorite iflyama stories that we found in that group over the last few weeks. I'm going to start. Is that okay, Claire?
I'm going to let you start. Absolutely. You go ahead.
I found this awesome story, and I think we're going to bring it up on the screen here in just a second, but it's from the Palm Beach Radio Control Association down in Palm Beach. And I'll read just a quick little bit of this. It says, folks, I'm happy to say we have been getting some summer kids scheduling to come out to the field to learn. We welcome Noah Andrews and his family to the wonderful world of flying model aircrafts. So we've got a brand new family jumping into the world of model aviation. And that's congratulate those two for taking the first steps into a hobby that will last you for decades of fun, as I like to say. And it's really awesome to see people going out and enjoying the hobby while staying safe. They're wearing their masks out there on the field, so good for them. It looks like the Palm Beach Radio Association is only operating via pre-scheduling for these participants at this point, so you can contact them. Their information is in that post. But again, that you can find that in the iflyama Facebook group. So kudos to the Palm Beach Radio Control Association and for Noah Andrews and his family.
I love that. I love seeing whole families get involved in the hobby. It's something they can enjoy together as a family, and I think that's just fantastic.
Absolutely, me too.
So, Matt, I have kind of a funny coincidence for you. My post is also from the Palm Beach Radio Control Association. It's just a very active club on iflyama. This has never happened before, but
hey, good for them.
Isn't that funny? So I have Bob's Rebel Max. He flew this gorgeous orange aircraft recently and shared this great video of it. A couple of touch and goes, some, just a nice flyby. Look at that.
Wow.
I know.
That is a beautiful turbine jet.
Isn't it?
Wow.
It's gorgeous. And look at that. It's such a nice day out, It's perfect. And I just love that. I love it.
Yeah. I love everything about this. There are a few things as awe-inspiring to see in person than a model turbine jet flying in with such precision as you're seeing in this video. This is just awesome. Kudos to them. Wow, they're
right.
They're doing all right, and I love that trim scheme too. That's awesome.
Me too. I absolutely love the orange livery. So that, I believe that is what the Rebel Max comes in. But traditionally speaking, orange has been one of the most popular colors for modelers to paint their aircraft. Did you know that?
I didn't. I'm not surprised. I bet I can probably guess why. You look like you might already know why.
I do know, but I want to see if you know.
So my guess is that's the easiest thing to see against a blue sky.
That's right. It is. It is the most complementary color to blue, but it's also easy to see when it's landed in the grass if you happen to have a free flight model. They're very easy to find. Orange is a very easy color to see.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, isn't that cool? And I mean, just look at that thing. That thing is sweet.
Yeah, that's just gorgeous. I love seeing videos like this, and you guys can see all sorts of content just like this one over at the iflyama Facebook group. Again, that's at facebook.com/groups/iflyama. Go join as soon as this show's over. Our Rusty Kennedy, hello to you, sir. He says, good looking jet. Absolutely, it is. And hey, here's some extra incentive for you guys to go join the iflyama Facebook group as soon as this show's over, because today, it's a very special day. Today starts the August cover photo contest in the iflyama Facebook group. So later today, there's going to be a post pinned at the top of the iflyama Facebook group where you can post your photos to hopefully win the contest, get the most likes, win that contest to become the cover photo for August of the iflyama Facebook group. That was last month's winner. You see on your screen right there from Joe Vermillion, who chimed in a little earlier in the show. God, that's a good picture. That is a really good picture. That one, you guys got your work cut out for you on this.
You know,
one,
I love photos like that because it's almost got that scale look to it.
Yeah.
Like you're getting faked out. I love that.
You could absolutely convince somebody that's a full-scale airplane.
I love that sort of thing.
And if memory serves, I believe that's a giant scale anyway. So like it's already kind of, it's lending itself to that. But certainly I could show that to my parents and they'd say, oh, that's an awesome airplane, and not know that it's a miniature of any type. So kudos to Joe. In that photograph, that's just an amazing shot. But this is all about you guys. It's time for you to submit your photos. Again, that's over in the iflyama Facebook group. So go join today if you haven't done so. And again, unfortunately, if you've already won, you can't win again, at least not for now. We may reset that sometime in the future, but we want to give everybody a chance to get their awesome photography featured. So, hey, let's move on to our guest, shall we? I think it's that time.
I think we've had him waiting long enough.
We have had him waiting long enough. We have joining us today on the show, Model Aviation and Park Pilot Executive Editor, Jay Smith, joining us here. Jay, hello, sir. Welcome to AMA Air.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Claire. I feel like I was on the show a month ago.
I feel like that,
too. You always had me on the 15th, so I can tell everybody that the digital edition of Model Aviation is available.
Absolutely.
It's like we planned it that way.
Yeah, right. It's almost like it was on purpose. Modelaviation.com/digital is where you can find that. That's available today. Is that right?
Correct. It'll be the August issue of Model Aviation that's available today for digital subscribers. And if you're a print subscriber, it'll be about 10 days or 2 weeks from now before you'll see it in your mailbox.
What's on the cover of that August issue, Jay?
It's a secret. I can't give that away.
Oh, we can't give that out? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked the question.
That's all right. But
oops.
All the digital subscribers will find out today.
Oh, there you go. So be on the lookout for that.
I hope you're a digital subscriber.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Jay, we bring you on to talk about what's in the next issue of Model Aviation, but we actually brought you on for a little bit different reason this month, because there's something special to talk about. We teased it a little bit the last time you were on, but we didn't have a lot of details at that point on when this would launch and when people would be ready to see it. But it's time. Model Aviation Live with Jay Smith launches this week. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Yes, I'm very excited about it because it's only 2 days away for our very first live broadcast of Model Aviation Live, which I will host. And
are you nervous?
Am I nervous? No, because I've gotten so comfortable being on your show that I'm ready to have my own show.
Yay!
So, yeah, it's like a spinoff.
Oh, I love it.
So,
does that make you Mork?
We're Cheers, and he's Frasier.
Oh, that's probably a better analogy than Mork. It was Mork was from Happy Days. Is that right? Am I getting that right? Mork and Mindy. Nobody. Mork and Mindy fans. Anybody? Okay, I'm going to leave now.
Right?
Yeah,
I need a new host. Where's Ashley?
Well, sorry, we totally derailed this. I'm sorry, Jay. Model Aviation Live. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so basically, we'll have a guest on it's a monthly show, and we'll have a guest on, and we want to just kind of talk about things around the Model Aviation brand, whether it be, print or digital or online or social media. And so I'm excited to welcome this Friday, our guest is Greg Gimlick, and that name may sound familiar because he is the electric columnist for Model Aviation Magazine. He writes a column every other month about all things to do with electric flight. But beyond that, if you're looking at your July issue, he did the article on power recommendations and did a great article. If you're not sure how to power your model aircraft, there's a complete article about that. And then in the issue that you can get today digitally or very soon in print, he did an article about rebuilding a Dremel 580 table saw. And that is a very popular saw for people to use in the hobby. And so he basically takes the reader through how to completely refurbish one and get it working again. So I'm excited to talk to him about both of those articles, maybe dig a little deeper. And it also allows everybody that views it live to ask questions. You can ask any questions of Greg, whether it be things in his column or about those articles or past articles. And, Greg's written for several aero modeling magazines, and he was a member of our publications committee in the past. So he's really a wealth of knowledge. So I'm excited to bring him on and talk about those things. And, just like I said, just kind of build a sense of community around the Model Aviation brand. I want to share with you stuff that's upcoming and future issues or upcoming on the website, and answer any questions you have. And, just a great way to interact with readers and viewers. So I'm really excited to kick this off Friday. And, in a way, for me, it's going to be like a little bit of an anniversary show, because 2 weeks ago, I celebrated 12 years with AMA. So it's kind of fun in a way, too, that, I get to celebrate. I get to celebrate and host something, new and exciting, and allow people to be part of that, because I love it when people reach out to me via email or phone, or people talk to me at events or come to AMA. I'd love to hear feedback about what they like or don't like about our magazines, or how we can make them better. So I'm hoping having a monthly forum like this will just allow a lot more interaction.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very, very excited about it. I'm going to be working a little bit behind the scenes with you on this, and I'm excited to see what kind of amazing content we get out of this show. And having Greg on that first show, I think, is going to be a great way to kick it off.
He's going to be a great guest.
Yeah, he's just a wealth of knowledge. And I'm really looking forward to the stuff that he has to talk about. And I encourage folks to tune in, again, 3 p.m. on Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, I should specify. And bring your questions. Have them ready, because it's going to be, that hour's going to go fast. So, be sure to kind of hang out and ask your questions and enjoy the conversation. It's going to be a great time. This is going to happen every third Friday, the third Friday of each month, I think I should say that appropriately. The good news is you're not going to have to remember all that, because we're going to tell you about it right here on AMA Air. And it's going to happen after AMA Air every month, I think, is the way it's going to work out. So we'll be sure to remind you, but it's the third Friday of each month. And Jay, I'm looking forward to it. Folks can check out modelaviation.com/live. Again, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a great time. I hope you're excited, as excited as I am.
Absolutely. One last thing I want to point out is, if you can't watch it live, just like AMA Air, it will be available afterwards to watch.
That's right.
So if we'd love to have you join live, love to communicate with you, love to answer your questions. But if you're just unable to, please watch it later, whenever it's good for you. And, look forward to having some conversations, and excited to launch it on Friday. So thank you both for having me on the show and promoting my show. And I hope you'll both watch my show, because I like to watch AMA Air.
I'll definitely watch, because I'll be there.
Right.
I'll be in the audience. It'll be different for me.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, thank you for coming on the show. And again, everybody be sure to tune in Friday at 3. Jay, have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for coming on the show.
See you later, Jay.
Bye. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a great show. ModelAviation.com/live. It's going to be Model Aviation Live with Jay Smith. It's going to be fun. Don't miss out.
It's going to be
really
really cool.
So, Claire, I think you'll have some information on this. It's the AMA Foundation Sweepstakes for the Future. Why don't you tell the folks a little bit about this?
Absolutely. So if you haven't heard about this is a sweepstakes the AMA Foundation has had for a couple years now. And the grand prize winner gets to ride in Lady Alice, a P-51 Mustang, which coincidentally is my favorite aircraft.
Yep, mine too.
Like, how could you not love the P-51 Mustang?
It's, it's cliche, but it is a Mustang. Come on, what are we doing?
Come on, it's the best. Anyway, so for just $10, you can get 10 tickets to enter to win your ride in Lady Alice. And all the money goes towards supporting the AMA Foundation. So you can't go wrong.
Absolutely. We've been doing this for a few years, or more than a few, I think 5 or 6 at least. At this point.
Something like that.
And it's just such a cool prize for folks to win. I think we even have some video that we may show from one of our previous years ride-alongs.
Here we
go. I mean, just how can you not love a Mustang?
I love it.
Yeah.
Look at it go. Absolutely my favorite airplane of all time.
I would love to take a ride in. I can promise you I'm not going to fit in that airplane. I'm too tall, too big around. I ain't fitting in that airplane, but boy, I'd like to take a ride.
I would love that. Unfortunately, neither Matt nor I can actually enter because we work at the AMA, so we have to just live vicariously through everyone else.
So sad. So
look
sad.
Look at it. Look at the props. Oh, I just love it so much.
such a cool ride, and I want to thank the folks involved with the Lady Alice and always supporting the AMA and offering this up as a prize for our members as well.
No, Mason.
It took me a minute to read that. Well, I can't speak, I can't speak for them, Mason. I'm sorry.
I'm shutting it down now. No, Mason.
You have to talk to the pilot about that. I can't say. I have a P-51 in my shed. You can fly if you want. It's it's a little smaller than that one, but you're welcome to fly it.
Oh my gosh, look at it go.
I don't want to leave this eye candy. It's so good.
I know. This is just like that video we had a couple of weeks ago of the flyover of the club outside Indy, and I was just like, I just want to watch this.
I know. Such good stuff. It's just awesome. I hope you guys go check that out. It's modelaircraft.org/sweepstakes to enter. Well, that's all we have for this week's episode of AMA Air. It's gone by so fast, Claire.
I know. Where did the time go? I thought we were going to have a short episode.
I know, right? Well, if you haven't done so already, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
And if you're not already a member of the AMA, what are you waiting for? Visit us at modelaircraft.org/join to become a member today.
Absolutely. And for everybody here at the AMA, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of AMA Air. We'll see you guys next time.
See you later, Model Flyer.
After a while. I don't remember it.
I think I messed it up. It's fine. We'll rehearse it next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.